This is the first of a series of introductory videos into the spreadsheet. Here you can see an example which I'm going to use. So we're going to create a graph of time versus speed. So first of all, we'll type in the title. Our next step then is to type in the label and the unit. So the label is time and the unit is seconds, and the second one over here is speed, and the units are meters per second. Now with this per second, or second to the -1, I can select the -1 there and click on the drop down menu up here for the fonts, and then go down here to superscript, click that and click OK, and that gives me the superscript there. Now the next thing to type in will be the numbers. Now the first number there obviously is 0.25. Now I can put in these zeros if I like, but the computer will help me a little bit. Now I might notice in this particular case that there is a pattern as we go from 0.25 to 0.75. So 0.75, and you'll notice that that 0 there disappears. But there's a gap of 0.5 between, 0.05 between each one of those. So if I select the first two of that pattern, Spreadsheet gives me the opportunity, or Excel gives me the opportunity to fill what we call fill down. And if I click on this little square down here and click and hold and drag, you can see it starts to put in there 2.25, which is the last one. So if I release my mouse now, I've got those numbers there and I haven't had to type in all of them. So it's a very handy feature to get used to learning. Now the speed, I don't know that there is a pattern there. Now that idea of a pattern, I'll just show you a few others. Monday, and then the next day is Tuesday. Now again, there's obviously a pattern there, and if I click on that little square there and pull that down, you can see there I get the rest of the days of the week. Now you get a similar sort of thing for the months of the year and any other pattern. So I'll just delete that and go back here and type in the information here for speed. So that's 2.18. Press enter, and 1.94. Now you'll notice here it's gone over there to the left. I don't want it aligned to the left, and if I'm wondering why that happened, the answer is that I accidentally typed in a comma instead of a full stop. Now if I did that, that makes that number there not a number. It's what's called an alphanumeric, and the computer doesn't read it as a number. So I do need to have a full stop there. So I go up here and delete the comma and type in the full stop, press enter, and then I'll fill in the rest: 1.58, 1.24, and 0.94. So I've got that data there. Now just going back to this column here, you can see from the original data there that there are 3 significant figures. And if I wanted to show that on the graph, on the spreadsheet, what I can do is to click to select those, first of all, then move my pointer up here to the number of decimals, and then click on that, and you can see there that I've increased the number of decimals. And of course, if I clicked on this one, I can decrease the number of decimals. But what the computer does, it still records all of those numbers to the original number that you typed in. Now, the next thing we're going to do is create a graph from that data. So what I'm going to do now is just delete this table here. And to create a graph, we've got to first of all select the numbers. So I'll click in here once and then click across here to select just the numbers. And then I'll go up here to where it says insert. So insert means, of course, to put something in. So I'll click on that. And what I'm going to do is put in a graph. Now, the Americans call graphs charts. So here, I'm going to select this chart here, one that doesn't create lines. Now, these I may or may not use, and you can see here, if I click that one, okay, I'll get the graph there. Now I can move the graph, as you can see. I'll just put my pointer over it and click and hold. Now each graph needs a title, so I'll click on that and I type in now speed of a toy car and just delete the rest of that. Now the other thing I need to do is put in the axis titles and labels. Now in order to do that, I'm just going to click outside here. So that now is deselected. It doesn't have those handles. I need to click back on here and you can see the handles, these round things. That's what they're called. They're called handles. I'm going to click on this plus sign here. I'm going to click on the plus sign there. It enables me to click here, axis titles. So I'll just click the box here. That means I'm going to have those two there. And then I can just go down here, click in here, and this will be the one which is on the left. Okay, so that's the time. And I'll just delete these. Now always I need to put in units and the labels. Sorry, labels and the units. So there it is, time. Over here, I can put in the axis title. I happen to like the horizontal one, so I'm just going to go up here and go across here to axis titles and click on this more arrow here and click on the vertical axis. I can take that one away. No, I can't. I'll click on more here. And over here now, I'll need to go to text options. I always have to play with this a little bit to get it right. I think I've got to click on this one because what I want to do is make the alignment here of the text. Now, at the moment, I've got this here highlighted as, it's disappeared. I want this one here, and I'm going to make that rotate. I'm going to rotate it so it's horizontal like that. Then I can click back here and I can put in here, the vertical axis, which of course is speed. And I can press enter here and put in here meters second to the -1, close bracket. Now again, to put that minus there as a superscript, I need to go back up here, go up to home, go to the font menu, click the drop arrow and click down here to superscript and click OK. I'll fill in this axis title down here again and delete that. And the last thing I want to do is put in an equation on the graph. Now in physics, the equation on a graph often tells us something quite useful. So again, at the moment, this graph is not selected. So if I click somewhere up here, just get the handles around here. I don't want the handles around that. I just want that. So I click here, Chart Elements, and I go right down here to Trend Line. So this is where we're going to put in the line of best fit. So I click on this, and I go down here to More Options. Once I've got down there to More Options, I've got over here Trendline Options. And it doesn't show me the menu that I want. So it doesn't. So I'm clicking on that. This one here for the graph itself. And then I can see here that what I've got marked is linear. So that means a straight line. And you can see that it's giving me an idea what it's going to look like there at the moment. Now I need to scroll down here and I've got to put in here display equation on chart. Now if I click on that, that gives me the equation. So there it is there. Now the thing about that equation is that it tells me some useful information. And in this particular case, because I'm graphing speed against time, what that is going to give me, and I haven't got that right, what the gradient is going to give me in this case is the deceleration. Okay, this toy car is slowing down. It's not speeding up. Speeding up means accelerating. This is slowing down, which means decelerating. Now this y-intercept, this 2.371, that happens to be the speed at which the process was first started to be measured. So that's a useful bit of information as well. So we get lots of information from spreadsheets, and that is the first example that we're going to have a look at.